Happy Sunday,
Happy Sunday. Isn't that totally appropriate music for a Sunday?
right? Look at them all Sunday Keithed up here,
Yeah, it's Sunday. Nice and quiet as best we can.
right?
Yeah, yeah. So that music has done nothing. I'm not that motivated by it. It's Sunday. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're here. We're back again.
So to everyone watching, we will be brief this Sunday because
Yes, we will.
gotta have a day out.
Yeah, and also it's actually a brief, nothing in depth. We're just having a look back at the last 6 days.
Yes, and what we're learning from going live every day, and how you can apply that to going live every day from your conference or event.
Yeah, it's just things we've learned, some things we've picked up, some things we've done wrong, things we've done right, things to keep an eye on so you don't get caught out.
Yeah. So
That's
let's
what
dive in. So
Okay.
let's talk about. Should we talk about the good or the bad first?
Yes, good idea.
All right, let's go with the good. Let's go with the good, right?
Okay. Let's go through it.
Or the good. So, and I've known this all along, but I think it was really reinforced this past week, which is use a platform. We use Restream, but use that type of a platform so that you can go live to multiple destinations at once. So, for example, here we're going to the Bullet List group, the Planner Wire page, the Event Planner News page, and the Bullet Lists
YouTube.
We should actually add LinkedIn in there.
We will do at some point. We're going to double check to see what qualifies, because I think there might be a limitation regarding followers or something or other. We'll have to look into it.
I think we're all good.
But by using a platform that does this simultaneous multiple distribution, it saves you going, right, now I better upload it to Facebook. Now I better upload it to another page on Facebook. Now I better, and onwards and onwards. But the thing is, we do it live to our YouTube channel, but I have the ability to go back in later and update the comments, make it shareable, and just tweak what it's displayed. So
and it's in the same vein, show notes, right? You know, or what you're going to write with each post. It is really important, especially if you're going into events are busy, right? Just like we have day jobs, that we do this for fun. If you are planning to go live every day from an event, do the notes for that particular day before you ever get there. That way, all you have to do is tweak them, and you're not putting out videos that don't have any text to go with it.
That actually kind of segues to what we will talk about in a minute, which is actually having a plan of what you're going to at least try and plan ahead of what you're going to talk about. We have, what do we call it? We got our daily topics. We got our daily topics. But the thing is, you can have for each day, you can have the outline of what you are going to. It may not be a one-to-one relationship. You may say, I'm going to talk about this, but when you actually do the recording or do the live thing, it may slightly different, but then you just tweak it. So you can copy and paste and modify it, and then you're done. So having a bit of preparedness, as it were.
Yeah, and if you're planning on going live from an event, and you're going to have guests, arrange them all weeks before the actual event.
Yeah.
Where you're gonna, I'm a big fan if you have where you're going to be filming every day on the show floor, great. But you might want to mix it up a little bit. You don't have them meet you somewhere else in the building, right? Just to make it interesting. So, arrange all that with your guests. Don't try and do it the day before. I've actually had there was actually someone that I worked with, and they used to try and do it the day before, and it never worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, so have a decent platform where you get the multiple distribution. You can come back later and edit any show notes or text, which comes on to the planning, which was already kind of mentioned, which is having a plan of what you're going to do and then have show notes for each one. And show notes may change because of the way what you've talked about in the recording. If you're live, you may go off into like a rabbit hole somewhere. But it just gives you a chance to just go copy, paste, modify, you're done, saving your time. And Yeah, so you plan ahead as much as you can.
Yes. And segueing horribly into the next bullet, um, because I don't want this to, if this is all you have, go with this. But Bob, you made the point that investing in equipment is really important, and I honestly believe that, but I don't want that to be a crutch for people. Like, there are so many people. Sorry, I'll let you go in 1 second. I got to.
Okay,
There are
yep,
so many people that will not do something because they don't have the best X. Always remember, done is better than perfect. So if this is all you have, go with this. But if you can invest in something better, than do it.
absolutely. So, as you may have seen, my video quality is a lot better. I have a new webcam. The only reason I bought it is because what we're doing is working. We are. It's like, okay, let's just do it with a cheapy cam. Mine old one was 720p only. We did it for a week, and yeah, this is working. I need to up the level of what we're doing a little bit. Right, now is the time to invest in a piece of new equipment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're thinking, yeah, exactly as you said, if you're thinking, I would love to do a podcast if only I had dot 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 like a really good microphone, a mixer, a better laptop.
Let's do it.
No, you don't. You could do. Actually, there's a YouTube channel I've recently followed, and I can't remember the life of me what it is. But basically, they recorded and edited and published a podcast on a smartphone. That was it.
Oh, yeah.
That's all they needed.
Do you know who Kai W is? He's a YouTuber he's a professional photographer. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
And he used to be on a channel called Digital Rev. And back in the day, they used to have a once a year or twice a year, they would do a thing called Professionals with Crappy Cameras.
Oh
And
yeah.
they would fly in professional photographers, and when they got off the plane rather, they would hand them whatever camera they had. And so they handed one guy, Chase Jarvis, I think, who does sports photography. He got a little 2 megapixel Lego camera
Oh
and
wow.
took the most amazing pictures, right? Because he learned what he had and he used its strengths.
I firmly believe that limited options breeds amazing creativity.
Oh yeah.
At some point, what we'll have to do is we'll do an episode, and I'll use my smartphone just to prove the point.
Ooh, we both should.
So I'll just grab this, set it up on something, and yeah, just do it.
That's what tripods are for.
Exactly. I could use my new flashy gimbal.
Yes, and I think our that gimbal is good though. I do like that.
Oh well, I know we're going to do a review of the Synco microphone sometime, but I'll have to show off the gimbal at some point because it's amazingly cheap. At least in the UK, it is anyway.
It is here. I looked it up. It's the same price here.
Yeah.
But the final one on the, I guess, positive side is plan.
Plan. Do it as much as you think you can get away with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, even if it's a rough outline of what you're going to discuss, right? Which is
Yeah,
what we do,
yeah.
right? We just pick our topics and then just kind of talk about each topic. It can be something, but if you don't have a plan or a framework for what you're going to talk about while you're at your event, it could go off the rails. And rabbit holes are, while they're fun,
Yeah. But
they're not the
yeah,
best.
yeah.
All right.
So bad things.
Bad things. What do we got?
Not doing show notes, and I think we've done that a couple of times.
Yeah, well, we've fallen into our own, what we just recommended, right? Where we didn't do the show notes beforehand, and it's actually hurting us.
The time it worked is when we talked to Stuart and the other guy. Can't remember his name now. Hold on, who was it? yeah, the other guy. Um, it was great, but the thing is, I mean, we had
See that?
things.
Take notes right there. That just proved
Yeah,
it.
okay, we failed. Okay, that wasn't brilliant. Oh, I'm gonna have to find out who it's now because I've heard it and I can't get away with not saying it. Who was
Okay,
it?
moving forward, Bob. Moving forward.
Um, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. It was a great. Both of them were great guests,
Yes.
and you can't really plan too much ahead because of the responses. They may ask you something, and you ask them, they respond, and you have to go off track a little bit. That's kind of okay. But if we're doing a particular topic like when we talked about computers that matter,
Yeah.
we had to have show notes so we could actually not scripting, but we had written down quite an extensive amount of things that we wanted to mention in that episode, and it worked. But there have been times when we haven't, and we've gone off in rabbit holes, and we've gone off track quite a bit.
Yes, and just so everybody understands, I mean, right?
Yeah. Oh, it was Jordan. Jordan from Intelligo. I remember now.
There you go.
I apologise, Jordan. I'm so sorry.
All right.
It's been a week. It's been busy. It's Sunday.
So I'm going to go with that one I had, right? Which is because you're going live every day from a conference or event. It's day after day after day after day. We're doing this for 31 straight just to prove to ourselves that we can do it. But there are days, I have not hit one yet, but there will be a day when I don't want to do it. And, like I always tell anyone who will ask, the difference between an amateur and a professionals do things when they don't want to.
Yeah. So we've got our list of topics for what we talk about this August, the 31 days. So by scheduling things in, deciding on a topic in advance, it should help you through. But what you have to do is try and find the motivation from somewhere.
Yeah, or just freaking suck it up.
Which is the other way of thinking about it.
I'm a realist.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. There's going to be days where you think to yourself, "Oh, do I really have to?" But those are the days that you need to push through and do it, because then you can show yourself, actually, I didn't want to do it, but I did do it, and it was brilliant.
Well, especially at an event, right? Because nobody, I mean, unless you hire someone to do this for you, whoever is the person that is on camera every day is going to be doing other things at the event, right? And if they're up until midnight at a special function the night before, getting up the next day and being bubbly may not be their first win.
I mean, the things you could do, I guess, like see, if you're doing this from live from an event, right, then you're going to be like making sure everything goes right. You've got to deal with this problem, that problem, that problem. Oh shit! 5 minutes. I've got to be doing a live recording. My head's not right. If you can just take 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after, just to get calm, relaxed, get your right frame of mind for doing it. Just reading through your notes. You're going to feel a bit calmer. It should be a better experience. And then 10 minutes after, just to wind down, make any further notes you need to, or any corrections, thank the person, whatever. 10 minutes before, 10 minutes after, just to calm yourself before we get back into the what you're supposed to be doing.
Or just whiskey, Bob. 7 in the morning. Just, your host is getting ready to go live. They're a little jumpy, little grumpy. Just give them some whiskey.
Welcome to the show. Your drunk host for today is... Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we've gone on and on for 15 lovely minutes on a Sunday morning.
Yeah. We have indeed. So I think we can wrap that up. So if you're watching live or you're going to rewatch it, then I hope you have a lovely weekend. Don't forget what's left of it. Yeah. As you can see, I've got a lovely sunny day here today.
I went and saw Top Gun last night.
Oh, yeah. How'd it go?
Brilliant movie. It was very good.
Was Tom Cruise in a character, or was he just Tom Cruise?
He's always Tom Cruise. Although, you remember the first movie, Goose, right?
Yeah.
We're old, so we remember the first movie.
Yeah.
the kid they got to play his son
Yeah.
is remarkably like he literally could be Anthony Edwards' kid.
Oh, cool. Oh,
It was pretty cool. Like
yeah.
he like just enough of the same mannerisms that you know it's genetic, right? It, it,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was really they did a very good job with it.
Oh, yesterday afternoon I watched a cricket match.
Huh.
Yeah, typical sort of a weekend English thing to do. Go watch a cricket match. I know this. Yeah, I know it's not sort of thing.
I always have team hats on, but I'm
Yeah,
not really a sports guy.
but the really interesting thing about it, there were two separate teams, but they were mixed abilities. There were some blind people. Some people had physical problems. For example, there was one batsman who had real problems with moving. He could hit the bat but couldn't run. He could swing at the ball was big. It was like a small basketball kind of thing. So it was easy to see and hit. And when this guy hit it, two other people did the runs for him.
That's
It was
cool.
brilliant. It was really, really cool that they're both. There were two different teams. One was called Metro, another one came from Sussex or something. And yeah, you could just see that somebody was partially sighted and when he was walking around, he would put his hand on somebody's shoulder to make sure he was going the right way and didn't have any obstacles to get around.
That's really cool.
Yeah. There was a guy that they just sort of put in place. You just stand here, you got a better chance of seeing and catching. It's brilliant. I mean, they had totally planned for everything that could to make it a level playing field. I mean, it's a playing field, but make it level for everybody to actually take part and be active and be part of the team. It
That's
was
awesome.
really cool. Yeah,
I actually really do. That is cool.
yeah. Anyway, that's probably enough today.
Well, that's a happy note to end on.
It is indeed. So, thank you very much for listening and watching. And if you're doing this on replay, thank you for doing that too. As ever, we're on Facebook with Event Plan News, Planner Wire, and the Bullet List group. We're on YouTube, and if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and the like button and the bell. Apparently, I'm not a YouTuber. Hit the bell.
I guess. And bullet-list.com.
Absolutely right. Well, thank you again, and everybody have a great weekend.
See ya.